Welcome, I'm the Conspiracy Man. With the 90th Academy Awards coming up next week, let's cover the big controversy from a couple of years ago about the lack of black acting nominations. What do the numbers say? Let's have a look at the 5 main individual awards: Best Director, Actor, Actress, Supporting Actor, and Supporting Actress, and check their ethnicity and nationality. For nationality, I'm going to count it as where their career started. For example, Mel Gibson is an American, but started his career in Australia, so I'm counting him as an Aussie. For our data, we'll look at this century only, from 2000 to 2016, when the controversy broke. I ignored the last 2 years since that was after the furor over the 2016 awards, so it's hardly a shock that more black people have been nominated after that, since the Academy was probably mindful of it, which certainly benefited movies which starred black people made in these years. The first thing I noticed is the horrible cultural cringe Americans have when it comes towards British people. British people are massively overrepresented in these awards, cause they are classy and we are Philistines. Must be cause they do Shakespeare. Are other countries not allowed to put on productions of Shakespeare's plays? From 2000 to 2016, black people represent 10% of winners and 7% of nominees. For African Americans, counting only American actors and Canadians since they are basically Americans, they make up 16% of winners and 9% of nominees. For comparison, as a percentage of the American populace, they make up around 13 to 14%. Black directors missed out, with only 2 black nominees out of 85, one being English and one African American. But in acting, 13% of winners and 9% of nominees. Excluding foreigners, 19% of winners and 11% of nominees, against a population of about 13 to 14%. Interestingly, this century, the first decade, was better for African Americans than this decade. What about black representation in other Oscar categories? This century, in original screenplay, no black people got nominated. For adapted screenplay, only 2 nominations, although both did win. Sound editing, 1 nomination and win. In editing, nothing. Best score, none. For original song, 7 nominations and 2 wins. But what about Hispanic Americans? Hispanic people make up around 18% of the population of the US, and about 2/3 of those are born here. But Hispanic Americans are almost completely missing from the Oscars.
Yes.
And they struggle to get roles, even when real-life Hispanic Americans are portrayed. Now, you might bring up several examples of Latinos who have won Oscars: Javier Bardem, Penelope Cruz, Salma Hayek, and directors Alfonso Cuarón and Alejandro Iñárritu. They are not Hispanic Americans. They are Spanish or Mexican and started their careers there. There is only one Latino who is actually from the US, Benicio del Toro, who has been nominated twice for Best Supporting Actor, winning once. He's from Puerto Rico, which, yes, Donald Trump, is in America. In fact, before him, the last Hispanic American nominated was Rosie Perez for Fearless in 1994, 24 years ago, for Best Supporting Actress, but she didn't win. To find a winner in the main Best Actor or Actress category, you have to go back to 1951, when Puerto Rican Jose Ferrer won Best Actor for his role as Cyrano de Bergerac. That was so long ago that Kirk Douglas was in the prime of his life. What about other American minorities? Asians? Yes. But no Asian Americans. People with Indian background? Yes. but no American Indians. And no American Indians. Why are African Americans represented better, if still somewhat underrepresented, when compared to other non-white ethnic groups in America? For mine, I think it's because African Americans, while not white, are very much an American minority. Their language is English, their culture is American, making it an easier choice to cast if you want to put some token diversity in. While Hispanics, Asian Americans, and the rest have more of a connection to foreign countries and their cultures and languages. Weirdly, this applies to Native Americans, who aren't an American minority, even though they are literally the least foreign. Provided I am not taken out by the powers that be, I shall return. So long as I'm not outed for sexual harassment. What conspiracy will I be nominating? Well, let me just say, Nibiru is coming. Scared? You should be.